It's a fair shout to claim almost every game releases with at least a minor glitch or two. By and large, providing any bugs aren't game-breaking, it's a non-issue as developers will promptly fix any technical issues. However, on some odd occasions, games will ship with glaring problems, with developers dragging their heels and rectifying problems of their own creation. Well, thanks to dedicated modders the world over, there are entire communities who take it upon themselves to fix the problems in the games they love. They shouldn't have to do this, and there's certainly no guarantee they'll ever be paid for their work. No, instead, these are passion projects by fans who are determined to see the games they love in the best state possible. Dark Souls. When keen modder and Dark Souls fanatic Durante learned the impending PC port for the tough-as-nails action RPG would be a straight-up console carbon copy, complete with 360 resolution locked at 1024x720, he set to work putting in place a fix that'd be available in time for the port's release. The headlines touting a mod ready within 23 minutes are exaggerating, of course. Behind the scenes, Durante, real name Peter Thorman, spent 30 to 40 hours preparing the mod prior to the port's release. The mod, known simply as DS Fix, enables players to adjust Dark Souls' rendering resolution, with improvements to the game's image quality via optional anti-aliasing. Needless to say, the mod proved essential, with Durante subsequently launching a new studio dedicated to porting console games to PC. Policenauts. Konami's interactive graphical adventure Policenauts was released to various platforms throughout the late 90s in Japan. The game found a home on PS1, Sega Saturn, and PC. But Konami personnel, together with director Hideo Kojima, reportedly cited various technical and commercial reasons as to why the game couldn't venture outside its country of origin. After growing global interest in Kojima following the success of Metal Gear Solid, players yearned for a localized Policenauts complete with full English translation. Enter the Policenauts Translations Project, a conglomerate of super dedicated fans and modders from Junker headquarters who worked throughout the 2000s to release a rather commendable English translation mod. Firstly in 2009 for the PSX, then in 2016 for the often claimed best version on the Sega Saturn. GOTHIC 3. After a falling out between game developer Piranha Bytes and publisher Joe Wood Productions, open-world fantasy RPG GOTHIC 3 was left in a state of unfinished limbo. With game-breaking bugs rendering the game largely unplayable, Joe Wood saw fit to release the game's source code, meaning a community of fans were able to step in to fix some of the game's problems. The result was a series of community patches, with must-have version 1.75 coming in a full 6 years after initial release. Grand Theft Auto: The Trilogy Definitive Edition. By now, we're all aware of the shoddy remaster work blighting the GTA Trilogy 2021 re-release. The trilogy's high-res sheen revealed jarring character models, San Andreas' fog blew away, leaving the iconic city appearing Lego-like, Vice City's radio stations were missing key numbers from their track lists, and the rain. Oh, how the bright white needle-like rain made seeing anything in the dark impossible. Rockstar have since released several patches to rectify these issues, but thankfully, the modding community, as always, have stepped in to fix the trilogy's most glaring problems. There are a raft of mods available to PC players which improve textures, lighting, fog effects, facial animations, radio station playlists, audio quality, you name it. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain's PC version features a veritable smorgasbord of mods, and with the game's specific Snakebite mod manager, it's as easy as pie to load whatever mods you like without relying on any technical skill whatsoever. For instance, there's a mod that'll add more foliage to the game's world. There's a Quick Start mod, allowing returning players the option to jump straight to Mission 2, foregoing the lengthy hospital intro. Perhaps the most powerful customization, though, is Infinite Heaven mod, a collection of settings and options like the ability to skip heli rides, add hardcore enemies, add vehicle convoys in free roam, customize enemy sight, and so much more. Furthermore, modders have also brought over the Ground Zeroes map and even the maps from MGO for additional side content. Truly, Metal Gear Solid 5 support has been phenomenal. Perhaps one day we might even get an Episode 51 mod. Who knows? DAIKATANA. Ion Storm's DAIKATANA bears an unfortunate reputation as one of the worst games of all time. It was critically panned on release back in the year 2000. Although a lot of the surrounding negativity might have been the result of high expectations, DAIKATANA amassed a small but dedicated fanbase, with a nucleus of passionate players who have spent decades upgrading DAIKATANA Samurai Bloodbath, bringing it up a level to that at least it's on par with those 1990s titles. Fast forward 15 years, and DAIKATANA 1.3 was released. Textures and resolutions were improved, of course, but the preliminary enhancements was in the form of the game's sidekicks. Their toddler-like AI amended, their health increased, their mission endings death eradicated. Nowadays, DAIKATANA is totally playable, with that same small but dedicated fanbase regularly engaging in online deathmatches. Fallout 4. Bethesda games tend to ship with their fair share of jank, and Fallout 4's rocky launch was no exception. However, like pretty much any other title in Bethesda's canon, Fallout 4 has an enduring player base thanks in large part to its global community of modders. There are literally thousands of mods, ranging from quality of life improvements to drastic gameplay overhauls. There are massive one-size-fits-all mods like Horizon, which features innumerable incremental changes resulting in one big glossy package, and more modestly sized mods such as lowered weapons, which obviously lowers your gun when not in combat, meaning traversal and exploration becomes a whole lot clearer. Street Fighter V. It's baffling that Street Fighter V launched in 2016, with unstable servers underpinned by glaring, oftentimes one-sided, rollback caused by shoddily improved netcode. For a game aimed squarely at competitive fighters at launch, the fact it took Capcom 4 years to properly correct fighters' online syncing issues is mind-blowing. Chances are they might have left things as they were if not for Reddit user Altimore, who single-handedly created a PC mod which attempted to narrow the syncing differences between opponents. With the infuriating fighter teleporting a thing of the past, granted Altimore's patch wasn't the finished article, but it gave Capcom the shot in the arm to take the official action at least. Nier Automata. Nier Automata's PC port was pretty decent when released, save for a couple of befuddling issues the developer presumably had planned to fix were they not beaten to the punch by modder Kaldane. Two technical issues of note. The game's resolution was rendering incorrectly by downscaling before stretching, and gameplay was frequently experiencing jarring frame rate issues no matter the hardware. Kaldane fixed these two issues with a FAR mod, FAR standing for Fix Automata Resolution, of course. The developer has since officially patched the technical problems Kaldane resolved, but that only came in 2021, meaning the FAR mod was by and large essential for PC players for over 4 years. Rollercoaster Tycoon 3. A key factor in a game's enduring legacy is its dedicated modding community. In the case of Rollercoaster Tycoon, there aren't actually a lot of mods around that are aiming to improve gameplay, save for the painfully small UI on higher resolutions, which Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 undoubtedly needs a mod for. There are a raft of visual upgrades to make Rollercoaster Tycoon's first foray into 3D even more immersive. There are hundreds of custom scenery mods out there, from the relatively simple custom tree and plant life additions to patches that'll change the entire visual identity of your park. You want lasers? You got it. How about a Wild West theme park? Yeah, no worries. Maybe a wacky interstellar sci-fi park? Sure, why not? These mods will allow players to continually breathe new life into their theme park creations, ensuring Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 has been one of the most long-serving titles in the Tycoon series. Did you know that we at GamingBolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.